Praise the Lord, dear friends. I've been sharing with you from the epistle of Philippians. Now, when you see in chapter 1, verse 1, Paul says, Paul and Timothy, servants of Jesus Christ. Now, the word, the noun used for servant is doulos. Now, doulos means one who is totally committed to another, denoting almost a slave in a compulsory service. A servant can come and go away, but a slave is in the possession of the master forever. Now, Paul is saying, I am like this, a slave, totally controlled, under the control of Jesus Christ. What a beautiful way to present ourselves before the people. I am a slave for Jesus Christ. I don't belong to myself, but I belong to my master. Because a slave has no option. He has to do only what the master says. I pray that this day, even as you listen to these three things about Paul, your life will be challenged to become a slave for Jesus Christ. Now, when Paul calls himself a slave for Christ, he means three things. Number one, he says that he is the absolute possession of Christ. He doesn't have anything for himself. He cannot leave and run away because of the situations around him. But he has only one thing in his life, that he is in total possession of Jesus Christ. Now in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 20, that Christ loved him with a price he has bought him. That is the beauty. So I can never, Paul says, I can never belong to anyone else. So I am totally subjected to Jesus. Number two, Paul says that he owes an absolute obedience to the master. The slave has no will of his own. His master's will must be his will. So Paul says, I have no will on my own, but whatever Christ desires, I want to do. I want to be obedient to the Lord 100%. The Bible says in the Old Testament, obedience is better than sacrifice. Number three, Paul considers it as an honor to be a servant of Christ. Number one, he is the absolute possession of Christ. Number two, he owes an absolute obedience to Christ. And number three, he considers it as an honor to be the servant of Christ. In the Old Testament, you will read, the prophets were called the servants of God. In Amos chapter 3, verse 7. In Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23. And that is the title which was given to God's children, even to Moses, even to Joshua, even to David. If you see Joshua 1:2, Psalms 78:70, and Psalms 89:3 and 20, the Bible clearly tells us that Moses, Joshua, David, my servants. Now this is an honor for us. We don't try to covet other things except the will of Jesus Christ in our lives. Today, may these words from the book of Philippians challenge you that you and I are not great people. I'm not a great PhD or an apostle or somebody great having a great church. No, I am a simple servant of Jesus Christ. People may call me so many things as apostle XYZ, but I don't deserve all that. I deserve only one thing, and that I am a slave to my master. I have nothing on my own but to touch this nation with the gospel of Jesus Christ. When God saved us, God called us. From nothing, God brought me. From 1 rupee in my hand in Indiranagar. Today, God has given me this ministry. I cannot boast in me. I can only say that I am a slave for the Master. God bless you, dear friends.